Today, we're diving straight into what is literally one of the most thrilling David versus Goliath clashes in recent memory. We're going to break down the incredible match reports from the World Cup showdown between Norway and Brazil. If you're a fan of a massive underdog story, absolute tactical brilliance, and pure, unfiltered footballing drama, well, you're in exactly the right place. We're going to deconstruct exactly how this monumental upset happened, step by step. So let's set the scene for this chaotic round of 16 matchup at the New York, New Jersey Stadium. Right from the first whistle, the whole narrative of the heavy favorite comfortably cruising past the underdog, yeah, that was completely ripped up. The sheer intensity on the pitch was staggering. I mean, that first quarter of an hour alone gave us more drama than some teams get in an entire tournament. Section 1. First half chaos and drama from the outset. Talk about emotional whiplash. Just 3 minutes in, Norway thought they had completely stunned the 5-time world champs. Leo Østigård fires the ball into the back of the net. The place goes wild. But actually, scratch that. A swift VAR review ruled Alexander Sørloth offside, cutting the celebration instantly short. Having a dream start snatched away like that, it can easily crush an underdog. Brazil totally sensed that vulnerability, and just 11 minutes later, Norway's Kristoffer Ajer fouls Matheus Cunha in the box. Boom. Golden penalty opportunity for Brazil. Bruno Guimaraes steps up to take it, trying this stuttering run-up to throw off the keeper. But, the effort just kind of lacked conviction. And honestly, this is exactly where heroes are made. Norwegian goalkeeper Ørjan Nyland reads it perfectly, leaping for a spectacular diving save. That single moment was absolutely crucial. It didn't just keep the score level, it proved to Norway that they could actually survive Brazil's best shots. So despite chances flying back and forth for the rest of the half, including a really dangerous late effort from Norway's Martin Ødegaard, we somehow headed into the tunnels locked at 0-0. And the question hanging over the stadium was immense. After such a chaotic first half, who's going to blink first? Section 2. Tactical chess and magic. The second half? Well, it was a total tactical chess match, and the substitutions really tell the whole story. Brazil brought out the heavyweights. They threw on young star Endrick, who almost scored right away, but dragged a prime 59th-minute chance past an out-of-position Nyland. Getting desperate, they bring on Neymar in the 68th. But Norway's defense was a wall, brilliantly absorbing the pressure. Then, Norway answers by subbing on Andreas Schjelderup. Talk about a game-changer. He immediately rattled the Brazilian defense, testing Alisson Becker in the 75th minute and yanking the momentum right back to the underdogs. And here is how that pressure finally cracked just 5 minutes later. In the 80th minute, Schjelderup goes from testing the keeper to playing provider. He floats this magnificent, perfectly weighted cross into the box, and Erling Haaland rises up and meets it with a thumping, just absolutely unstoppable header. Out of nowhere, Norway takes a 1-0 lead against the 5-time world champions with only 10 minutes left on the clock. Section 3. Haaland's hammer. As we hit the 90th minute, the tactics go out the window. Brazil is desperate, throwing bodies forward and leaving massive, really uncharacteristic gaps in the back. And Schjelderup capitalizes again. He finds Haaland in acres of space. From distance, Haaland unleashes this phenomenal long-range strike that just rockets past Alisson. And just like that, it's 2-0. Now, I want you to focus on the number 7 for a second. That unbelievable hammer of a shot wasn't just the dagger for Brazil, it was Haaland's 7th goal of the entire tournament. To put that into perspective, that single stat firmly cements his sheer dominance on the world stage. That strike seemingly put the match completely out of reach. Of course, in those frantic final minutes, tempers totally boiled over. After Haaland's goals in the 80th and 90th, we go into 10 minutes of stoppage time. It was physical, it was chaotic, and the reality of the upset was really sinking in. Deep into that stoppage time, literally the 100th minute, Brazil wins a late penalty. Neymar steps up, confidently slams it home, and immediately exchanges some very heated words with Nyland in goal. Section 4. A historic final whistle. But that penalty was just a consolation. This wasn't just a great win, it was a tectonic shift for the tournament. Norway secures the 2-1 victory and reaches their first ever World Cup quarterfinal. They weathered the storm, played with unbelievable discipline against some of the world's best attackers, and were brutally efficient when it mattered. On the flip side, this was a devastating blow for Brazil, marking their earliest exit in decades. To really grasp how huge this is, think back to 1990. That is the last time Brazil crashed out of this tournament so early. For over 30 years, they've consistently pushed deep into the bracket. It makes Norway's triumph in New Jersey not just a great tactical win, but a genuinely historic sporting milestone. So, I'll leave you with this final thought to ponder. When we see a disciplined, tactically brilliant performance actually topple a 5-time world champion, does it redefine what's possible for every underdog nation in world football? Does it prove that a solid structure, perfectly timed subs, and a touch of magic can overcome massive historical pedigree? Thanks for joining